Hi guys, welcome back. No, I haven't been here live for a while because everything has been changing due to this gorgeous Scorpio full moon. I wanted to give you guys an update. It's really interesting. Something that's been happening this morning. I had a little bit of a mini download. So I wanted to give you guys an update. Now, much of us don't know that I'm coming live, so I highly apologize. For some of you, it may be quite late. I'm going to do a collective energy update as to what is happening right now. So those of you joining, a very big hello. Hi, Mary. Now, I'll just wait for a few people to connect. I'm sorry it's so late for those of you who are in America. But I do have some downloads that I've had this morning, and it was this epiphany moment. I'm like, oh, that makes complete sense. It's so interesting because I've been recording for June, and I ended up getting to the Aquarius video, and so much was happening with this Aquarius video. I'm like, you can't make this shit up, honestly. And then it dawned on me, a lot of the transits of what have been changing at the moment, when we look at it, the Scorpion energy, I didn't even get to do a Scorpion moon video because so much has been transitioning, and I feel there's been quite fast-paced energy. There has been a lot of detachment, a lot of decisions at the 3D where we've gone, right, we have to react to this. We don't know how we're going to do it, bang, and things start shifting. It may have been tower moments that have been counteracted by blessings in the skies, and we quite don't know why this is all happening. It is feeling positive, but the download I've had this morning has been when I stumbled onto the Aquarius video, all of a sudden I was having mass interruptions, and I went, I'm going to read your placement per zodiac sign. Something is shifting in all of your life right now that is aligning you correctly for 2020. A lot of what we have felt from January has been no forward movement. You are in the right place at the right time, dealing with the correct 3D things. The disconnect, so to speak, has been that we are out of alignment. Not so much out of alignment, but the detachment comes from, we really moved into January not quite knowing what to do. Knowing we didn't want to go through what we went through last year, but really moving towards, okay, we've learnt, we know, and then we had the 3D tasks of having similar energies occurring, but not the same, similar energies, and purging, almost like the assessment stage of going to uni and doing the exam and then applying it on the 3D. So we've been going through those transitional states, and now indecisive action. The interesting thing is I've disconnected from the term manifestation. I've been utilizing it loosely in the June reads, only based on the fact that the one energy I find quite profound is when you balance your lower chakras and you start taking decisive action, and you've had the purge, you've had the upgrade, you get to a place where you say, okay, you might be tuning into one scenario and going, I don't quite know. If I do that, that's what the outcome will be. If I do that, that's what the outcome will be. But because you're dispersing your energy so widely and you haven't chose a direct way of tackling whatever that is, universe allows you to stay in that frequency for quite a while until you in your third eye can say, I've thought of it from every angle. I've comprehended it. I've understood. I've had the download. Now I'm releasing. I have to proceed forward. Once the choice is done and you detach, situations are unfolding very quickly. But it's because particular areas in your life weren't able to go forward with you. Now, Aries is the first zodiac sign I'm going to touch base with this Aquarius energy coming through, and it's your 11th house, which interestingly enough is going to connect to friends, clubs, associations, and aspirations. So I'm going to pull a card for Aries. You guys are looking at the connections. Some of those cannot go through with you till 2020. Too many. Although I may look at them. Okay, some of them cannot go through with you till 2020. You're having a change. There's sadness and reverse, okay? So you're not sad, you're like, right, 5 denotes change, swift change. It can't go with you because these people around you can potentially be lower vibration, right? So there are friends or groups or old things that you're tying up and you're proceeding forward. Connections, groups, interconnections, you've gained closure on that. You're like, right, I need to proceed forward. I can't take these people with me. I can't take these things with me. It's causing conflict. There's some things I must leave behind. Now, that can be a pain body experience. It doesn't have to be a person, but it can be a person or people. Some of you are looking at what you want to bring to fruition, what your hopes and dreams are. There may be energies where you're seeing friends live a certain way and you're wanting to have something similar to them. It can be your hopes and goals. Some other people are having them. But again, you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're actually moving forward into the energy and saying, I'm going to tackle this energy. I'm going to achieve these things. There has been some burdens around you. And again, it can be things that you were directly linking in with that you're leaving behind. So there's a real clean out of the closet, but you're not sad. You're like, you know what? I'm moving forward. I can't take these with me. A very warm welcome, everyone. Taurus. And then I will do the twin flame update, providing I have time. Yeah. Hi, back. Okay, Taurus, your house of Aquarius is your 10th house. Now, for you guys, that is covering your career, your reputation, your fame or lack of, or another parent. Let's see how the energy is changing for you. You can't make this up. I'll put it back in the deck. Again, you're sad about certain things that didn't come to fruition. You could be looking at your career and thinking, you know what, I put a lot of effort into this. Is it actually taking me where I want to be? Am I in this career for the right reason? Is there something I would need to do to change this around? And again, in the 10th house, this can be where you're looking at your life moving forward into 2020 and you're saying, what would I need to do to gain notation for all the work I put in? Can I get it here? Do I need to leave it behind? Or do I need to move out of this direct scenario? Thanks, Andrew. You're going to get a lot more reads this month if I can get through them. You're going to have your love in general. You're going to have a twin flame soulmate energy, a love in general, and a twin flame and soulmate. But I am moving, so I'm trying to get those done so I can start recording for the next month for the smooth transition. I'm getting there. I can do it. Bob the Builder. Now, with the 10th house of fame or lack of, it could be you're tuning into a parent figure. This could be someone whom you had a child with, or you're currently with, and you're dealing with their energies and something that's going on, and it could be impacting you. And it's interesting, with strength, it's personal belief. It's the lower chakras. So we tend to look at strength as assertiveness, and it is, but it comes from the lower chakras. It's you believing in yourself. It's not giving your power away to another person, or it's not the belief system where, okay, because I'm in a partnership. No, bad analogy. With your career, you could have a tag to that actual job title. But if you're not feeling that vibration and you know you're doing more or less, you're not feeling that vibration. So the transformation of that energy isn't coming through to be alchemized. Again, lower chakras. Connected to the 10th house for you guys, there could be an offer coming out of left field. Now, this is going to take you into 2020 if you decide to take it. Some of you may be moving onto a new position. It is going to change, okay? So if you guys have been concerned and you're wanting to get an upgrade with your career or a promotion, there is a change there, but you're going to have to put the work in it. But something's changing and it could be making you feel quite nervous. Romantically speaking, don't get in a codependent frequency. If you have a person come back into your life and you feel that, hey, because I'm feeling you're having to leave something behind in order to move forward. And really there's this fast-paced energy at the moment that's coming through of transformations that's changing our situation. So don't feel that if you're in a connection or if you go to the next level, it's going to be the end of your worries. It is very much an energy of you will need to work on the blocks, but energetically there's proposals coming in. These proposals come in both romantically, spiritually, vibrationally, and from people collectively when you are in a vibration alignment. When we're having ascension symptoms, it blocks us. So you tend to have the download psychically, intuitively. You then have the descension, you heal, you gain clarity, and then you have the ascension into light body frequency. You do have a lot of people around you, or this could be your physical energy. So it can go both ways where you're too focused on the cash component. That doesn't help, okay? If you are too focused on it, which is the problem, it prevents the flow of that coming through to you. If you detach from it and just focus on what you can handle, know that it's going to come, let it go, focus on what you have to do, you're going to alchemize it where finances are going to come flowing back in. But if you're looking for a solution to the problem and it's outside of you, it's going to cause more blockages. So be cautious with that. Your strength comes from you, not from other people, okay? So don't feel that if you're in a connection, everything's going to be a bed of roses. The person could get sick and might not need to work, and then we need to fill our cup. So detachment's necessary, but filling your cup and actually achieving these goals, because you do have a lot of good things coming. But I do feel the strength is coming from within. And I feel you're getting a lot of third eye activations. I feel by August this is going to be different, but you're going to have major changes happening between now and August for 2020. Next zodiac sign, Gemini. Aquarius is your 9th house. This is all to do with your spirituality, the things you've learnt, your education, foreign countries, and travel. Let's see what's coming through for you. And I better move these along or I'll redo the ones I've done. I just feel there's a lot of changes in general for all of us collectively. That's okay, Rebecca. Where this shift that we're going through now through to next month is preparing us for where we're going to be. So something might have changed your whole life and who you are and what you're doing, where you're living, your title. For 2020, you're preparing for the new chapter. So aspects of it are falling into place in unlikely ways that you see as a way to change things. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Okay, so Gemini 9th house. For you guys in your belief systems, I wouldn't be surprised if marriage comes up. Something in a way is completely changing. A whole cycle in your life is ending, okay? Now, this whole cycle, you need to let the wheel turn. And this can be good or bad, but trust in the process, right? Always darkest before the dawn. Tower moments do create forward movement, so don't freak out. Almost, you know, I'm not saying seek it, but if it's meant to be, trust it, because 9 times out of 10, it works out better than you thought. It's going to create balance. So whatever's changing, it could be somebody transitioning over. It might be the anniversary of them. You need to purge it. You need to see it from a different perspective to physically move forward. Your education could be coming to an end where you're upskilling and you're changing. Some of you may have been on the fence about what you want to learn, and that is changing. The energy where countries are directly involved, again, that cycle might be coming through where the door is opening and movement will be happening in your life. But there is, one chapter needs to end in order for another, and trust that it's written in the stars. It is going to be a change for the better. You put the work into the situation spiritually, emotionally. It's a balancing of karma. That's what I'm saying. So if you've had shit luck, it's coming full 360 where it's going to be balanced. It feels like a karmic balance. But at the same time, anything spiritually that you're wanting to have changed and you've been working on, even your lessons and your belief systems are changing. You may even be, and I'll pull a crowning card for you guys, and then I'll get on to the next zodiac sign. Aquarius. Yeah, some of you might be moving, okay, Gemini? You guys might be moving away from family, or you might be moving towards them, but it's new connections, new belief systems. Some of you are actually, it could be you're having a separation, but yes, another person will replace that frequency. So if you are going through a divorce, There is a new energy ending that cycle for that new person to come in, but I do feel there's a new energy coming in. And I don't know why I'm keep hearing marriage, because with the religion energy coming through, I kept seeing a contract, as in a spiritual contract. But it is your destiny. So if you've been waiting for a person to come back and be with you, and you're finalizing a chapter, you're on the right path. Cancer, Aquarius is your 8th house. Life, death, money, legacies, wills, and the ability to rebuild after adversity. Some of you may have had an anniversary right now, this month, and through to a lot of what's coming up with the Scorpion moon is the old, the hidden and the uncertain, but also not knowing what's going to come in the future, but having the strength and courage to physically move forward against all odds. And instead of manifesting and thinking what potentially could come and haunt you like Michael Jackson Thriller, really living in the now, trying to let the past go to make room for the new. Now, with your house being the 8th house, you're focusing on your life collectively, but you're also looking at what has to go, your finances, what you want to become as a male or a female, as a human being collectively. With your structure, your foundation, and I'm really hearing base chakra here, when it comes to the foundation of your life. But your belief systems about those things and the connections of those people involved. Financially speaking, you could be looking at where to invest, how to invest, what you're doing with your money, and the bigger picture. With people of the past that had passed and you had not experienced that vibration in a better way, I do feel you're looking at it differently now, and you're guided to look at it differently now and detach. It's not that you ever forget that person, but it's that you are here now and they are with you and you're proceeding forward and you're divinely guided. Hello. Okay, what is the crowning energy for Cancer for the house of Aquarius? Spiritual growth, okay? A complete transformation. Everything in the area that you're dealing with this month moving into 2020, because it's been a shift that we've had with this Scorpio moon, you're letting go of any energies towards your life that was in the past. You're also looking at your life and having a maturity when it comes to every aspect, your life, your death, your money, legacies, wills, and the rebuildability. So how you can actually resurrect things to get to the point that you can get your life back on track. But it's a super mature energy. It's like a wake up call, and you're like, right, it's on like Donkey Kong. But you're looking at everything. You're looking at your finances. Let's pull some more cards. Okay, big hopes and dreams. You got the 8 of Wands. And I do feel this is interesting, because before I even pulled the card, I do feel Saturn is really working with your sign at the moment, because I kept picturing Sagittarius, which is coming through here. And I'm seeing Saturn and Pluto really shaking things up at the end of this month, moving into the rest of the months. They're preparing us. But this energy right here is like the start button energetically. Interesting. Okay. So you got the courage, and again, you've got the grow up card. So you're maturing in your energy. You're looking at things from a different perspective. Your sensory energy is on fire. And again, I do feel by August there's going to be another shift, because whenever I'm seeing a cat, I'll just say August, because that's the download I'm getting. Cats are highly intuitive, but they're doing what they need to do to be strong, hunter-gatherer emotion. This is really what the energy is coming through here, especially with your money coming through. So when it does come to that, there's movement and motion forward towards these plans, and you have the tools to be able to handle it. Yes, it's very stressful. Some of the stresses and the energies of things that have passed by, things that need to end, and what you're rebuilding is causing stress on you. So try and pace yourself, but know that you've got it's almost coming to an end, okay? But in order for you to have these in balance, you have to end these cycles. So it is causing a lot of stress on your body, but it's really showing you where your backbone is. And you definitely have the courage to be able to achieve this. So I do feel super success here. And it's going to show you that it is built on a solid foundation when you achieve these goals. So anything that's having a shake up in that area, if something needs to go by the wayside, it's because it was long gone. If you're mourning the passing of a person, it does mean new chapter, very Pluto energy. And there is Pluto and Saturn energy oozing through this placement for you. Okay, next zodiac sign we have is Sagittarius. Now I'm just going by the pages, okay? So just trust. We have Sagittarius next. What do we have for Sagittarius? The third house is the Aquarian house of Sagittarius. So the third house covers home, communication, self-expression, and short journeys. Okay, let's tune into this energy. Okay, interesting. You may need to let a grudge go. You may need to let something energetically, you need to deal with the shadow aspect of things. Okay, something has been going on for a very long time. Now, this can be an old energy that you've held on to for far too long. It can be the ghosts of your past coming back to test whether you've let that go. And it's been going on for ages, but you're having faith in the process. There might be energies coming through in communication. You might be working in the area of communication. Again, this is where you might be too focused on finances, okay? Be careful how you communicate. I do feel for you guys, Sagittarius, you deep down know what you need to let go of. Something in your energy has shifted. You have faith in the process, but you need to have faith in yourself, okay? You might be being really stubborn about something, your belief system versus what the 3D is, but a lot of the pain is coming from the past. It doesn't mean if you had lack of success in the past, you're not going to have success in the future. And I've been hearing this song all morning. You got to let it go, okay? Let something go in order for the new to come in. It's going to cause upheaval, but I feel there's a shift. Change the energy of how you're communicating. I feel you're going to get the best out of it. But your downloads, 90% of communication is more than words, okay? It comes to body language. Assess how people are relating to you. Go into your third eye and see how they are directly reacting, acting, and you're going to know, okay? Because I'm hearing actions speak louder than words, but you can only take direct action on your side of the fence, take accountability on your side of the fence. If something isn't balanced, your communication is really being tested to change, because you're going to need that communication for 2020. The way you express yourself and how you show yourself, your actions are going to speak louder than words. The short term is as important as the long term, because you've got short journeys. Don't underestimate those small steps you're taking, because I feel they're crucial and they're going to take you into 2020. You may be feeling there's no movement forward. You're thinking of the bigger picture. Cautious with your communication. You have a very, very deep spiritual connection with this person, but I do feel there's external things going on. I do feel having these things come up from the past, emotionally and spiritually, but I feel the way you express yourself, be honest with your counterpart, or directly to yourself and people that you're connecting in with. So divine union is with the person, but this is overall your communication with people collectively. So you're changing. People quite don't understand it, but it's transforming you, and it might be taking a little bit of time, but it's going to take you the distance into 2020. And I do feel communication is key. Some of you may get a job in communication, and I do feel what is testing you, what is breaking you, is going to make you. So trust, because I do feel you're going to have a lot of interactions with people. It could be you become a manager and you're dealing with staff. So there is a very high importance in that area. So assess it how it directly fits. Capricorn, your house of Aquarius for you guys is in your second house of professional resources, land and material value. And it's interesting because, you know, I did your read this morning for next month, and there is a lot of energy. Yeah. Where you could be balancing a decision, balancing a legality, selling out in reverse, okay? Yes, you had warnings in the past, but you really are energetically moving forward. And although your energy is coming through quiet, and it has been even this morning tuning into it for next month, it's because you know the situations at hand, right? There are some energies you're leaving behind. There's some energies you're proceeding forward with. But at the same time, you could be dealing with moving into a connection and what you want to take with you. But you're weighing, and again, I'm seeing solar plexus and sacral chakra, and that's been coming up for the collective a lot. The lower chakras have been coming up heavy for us to get our power back to move forward. You got the Two of Cups. So maybe you are thinking about investing with a partner. Some of you are looking at your net worth and, you know, where your power is and how to take this to the next level. Some of you may be going through separations, and there may be legalities and court cases. So it directly depends on how it's fitting for you. But anything to do with the external value you're looking at, it's going to bode well. But there is many ways. Some of you potentially could even have a win, I'm just going to say. But be careful with the money that comes to you, because it's meant for 2020. So if all of a sudden you're selling an asset and the finances coming in, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a spiritualist. Think about why this is going to be relevant for 2020, because something that's shifting in the energy of your, and it's not really finances, it's your actual assets. What you want to take with you, what's necessary, what the material and the land value is. Those things are changing. So it might be transferring of hands, but you're thinking lack. If you're thinking lack, well, you're going to continue to have lack, but it's loosening you up for freedom. If all of a sudden you don't have as many assets, it's because you're going to be living light and you're going to be moving. So trust in the process. Any Capricorns in the house? Do share. Do we have a Capricorn in the house? Feel free to share away and write your comments of how this relates. Aquarius. Oh, yeah. We got to Aquarius. Should we leave Aquarius for last? No, I won't. I know a lot of Aquarians. Okay, there you go. How does that relate, Andrew? Hit me with it. Aquarius is the first house. So you guys are looking at yourself, okay? You're like, let's see what comes through for Aquarius. Look, your read was difficult. I will tell you that. I was feeling your pain. There you go. There you go. Okay, I was feeling your pain this morning. You've been so busy, Aquarius, okay, that you're so triggered by feeling, and this makes complete sense. Everything has a price, okay? Now, your first house, you're having to, you can't make this up, honest. See what I mean? Okay. Now, a lot of what was coming through for Aquarius, I do not know what's going on with you guys, but it's intense. You may be feeling spiritually attacked, okay? You're having a massive transformation, and it's going to take the whole year for you guys. It's a big change. The ghosts of past are coming back. There are things that you have been trying to avoid. Do not be surprised if you've been waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning, because you've got so much going on. When we make ourselves super busy and we're like, that'll be okay, that'll be okay. At some point, universe goes, right, be busy during the day. We're going to wake you up at 3 a.m. And then you're going to have time to think about these things. So it is a way you go through your awakening, and you really are going through a mass change. Try not to think that everything is going to take a toll on you. Even the bad things that are happening are actually preparing you for 2020, which is going to be great for you guys. And it is going to be great during the year. But I do feel that there is a turning point that is already occurring for you guys, where you can't please everyone, but you also can't avoid everyone, because really the heavy energy that was coming through for you guys was your connections to everyone collectively and your belief system. Don't think that everyone's out to get you, and don't think that if there's a tower moment that there's not good things coming, because there is good things coming. Do we have anyone in the house, or has this gone haywall for us? Yes, we're back. So are we all here? Do we hear that pace after the disconnect and the connect? Bloody internet. In the house. Okay, so Aquarius is going through a major stage. You're looking at yourself, you're changing. It's feeling disgusting. It could potentially feel like everyone's out to get you, everyone's judging you, but you're actually judging yourself right now. And I do feel this state where moving through June is going to be a bit bumpy for you, because some shadows of ghosts past are coming back. And you're needing to look at them. You're having to look at yourself. And it's like there might be where you feel quite isolated and you're having to make major decisions. And it can also be where you're scared of connections because of belief in self, right? There is a lot of healing going on. I mean, in the first house of self, the way you see, you could all of a sudden change your hair, but it doesn't change what's inside. You could change your outfit and then you're like, yeah, it's still not making me feel that. So you're going through this purgatory process, Aquarius. You're changing, okay? You're scared. You're scared of this energy, and you think everyone, you could potentially feel, is this person too good to be true? Why do they like me? Or choosing people that aren't good enough for you, because the ones that are would mean that there's more risk of loss. But you've got to look at yourself as the prize. There are people around you manipulating you, okay? We can't wait forever for everyone to be on board. You be on board with your life and know your worth, and they can come to you. But we need to be humble as well with where this is a karmic cycle we're balancing. So there's a lot of things shifting. There's shit shifting, I'm telling you. Good and bad. The bad is creating the good regardless. So it's not. It's all good. There are energies where you may be cautious about how you react with people. You may be feeling a bit triggered. You might not want to talk about things and be keeping things on your chest. You might try and pussyfoot around energies at the moment due to trigger points and things coming up, and that's not bad. You're human. Saturn is asking you to have the courage to move forward. Pluto is telling you anything that is meant to be yours will always stay with you, that you're worth it. So there is a purge going on internal to you that is going to give you success by 2020. What you're letting go of right now is not yourself. You're coming home to yourself. You're coming home to all the things that you have the strength to deal with. It could be your kids, it could be your family, your work, your whatever, okay? You can do it, but you need to look inside, okay? At what's going on, not what's outside and all the crap going on outside, what's going on inside. I love you, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, yours is your, oh crap. Oh, Pisces, 12th house. You're going to be getting downloads. You're going to be feeling all up in your head. Your 12th bloody house, your subconscious mind. Jeez, guys. Okay, let's see what's coming through for you guys. You'll be all fine, okay? I have so many Aquarians that I know. And you guys are going to be, just move through this energy, please. Okay, please do it for me, because I have seen the other side and you guys are going to do really well. Don't get scared. That's the old Scorpio moon energy. They're not real. Don't tune into it, okay? Just keep proceeding forward. Shit happens every day. Don't tune in too far ahead. Deal with what is here right now. Now, Pisces in the 12th house, which is all about our subconscious mind, our hidden resources, secrets, hidden enemies, responsibilities. Let's have a look at you guys. What could be coming up for Pisces? I wouldn't be surprised if you feel spiritually attacked. But again, it can be a belief system. But again, I do feel you're having an upgrade with your crown chakra. Courage, okay? Spiritually speaking, when things come, when you actually step into alignment, everything follows suit. You may be looking at some things in the shadow of your mind and have epiphanies, okay? When we look, everyone has enemies, but we can be our own worst enemy at times. And at the same time, even if we knew everything, would that change anything? Codependent frequency. If we're to worry too much about what other people are doing, we have no investment in our own life. We can't change what other people do, but we can change what we do. It may be where you're having self-care energy coming on right now, but you're directly getting the downloads energetically. But I'm feeling this energy that you're taking responsibility where it's not yours for some of you. Okay, you do have the courage and the tools to move through anything. You do. There are happy connections coming. Regardless of what has happened in the past, let the past be the past, and you alchemize this energy. When you're ferrying energies of the past, okay, what you lost was that moment, but you didn't lose it. You know, some of you might have walked away from a connection. You might be feeling a bit confused. You might be feeling if there was missed information. Some of you can be meditating upon a past tense connection. Very deeply so, and spiritually looking at things. God doesn't like me. I will be back. You're going to laugh at me. OMG. I told you, Age of Aquarius, there's a lot of hectic stuff coming up. I bought a star for my twins' mum. Okay, now, the energy coming up for Pisces, you guys are reflecting back, some of you, on a past tense connection. Now, this past tense connection may be, we can never move forward with another, right, if we can't let the past go. The past pain is there. Like I said, if somebody came to you and they said sorry, you may be thinking once they do that, everything's better. The reality is you have to live with that pain for the rest of your life. It could have happened 20 years ago. You might have still been carrying that energy. Only you can reflect on that pain to get it to a copability, right? Because you've got to carry that pain forever. But it becomes exhausting. So spiritually speaking, I feel you're looking at connections and where people lied, where people had infidelities. This doesn't have to be your life, but it could be your reflection and perspective and perception of these things. You may intuitively also know something's up, but at the same time, you can only look at your side of the fence. Some of you might be co-parenting and you're having far too much energy on your side, but you're having the courage and you feel lost. Some of you may also have a child move. At the same time, there is this happy energy coming. So intuitively, it might be you here that somebody is getting married. Yeah, well, that's the end cycle of the twin flame journey. I'm in union now, and you do completely disconnect. It feels like you're good with, you're good without. But if you've still got the no stuff you energy, no, you're still going. Okay, Pisces. You can heal. Spiritually speaking, don't be surprised if you get into a very high vibration of psychic energy. But I do feel as though you're going to have the courage. So a lot of your gifts, if you guys are quite psychic and you're a Pisces, your development could be coming through hardcore. So if you are needing a bit of help with that, book a reading, I'll give you a hand. Any questions for Pisces as I move on to the next zodiac sign? Aquarius. Any questions? I'll have to drink my drink on the side so I don't advertise. No questions? Okay. Leo. The Aquarian house for you guys is your 7th house. 7th house is marriages, contracts, and partnerships. Oh, what a good house, eh? So let's have a look at that sector for you guys. What's changing now? What's moving into the future? Yeah. Leos are going through a huge change, okay? Look, don't even get me started. You guys are highly intuitive as well. But you're going through a big change at the moment. So your connections in your marriage, what does the universe want us to know about that? This can be where you're moving house, because look, partnerships and contracts can be a move of house with a partner. I love you too, honey. A lot of things are happening in your life, a lot of changes. Okay, you feel you're falling. You're like, crap, you know, everything's coming at you. How could something good come out of this, right? Having tower moments, how can something good of this come, right? Wrong. Tower has to happen for the good to come. You could be having so many things going on that it's just way too much. Driving me crazy. Okay, so there's a lot of energy coming up where you guys are trying to rise. So you always have the descension before you have the ascension. Now, those of you who are part of my tribe, the newbies that are coming on, welcome to the tribe, will know that we always have a descension before we have the ascension through the purge. So you might feel like you can't carry the world, but you're having to, and you're feeling bogged down with all the crap going on. When it comes to your contracts, your partnerships, your marriage, you know, the things that you're joined to and stuck to. You're feeling you got crap luck, okay? Anything in a sense that some of you are looking at getting your license. Some of you are looking at getting a new car, and you're like, you're stuck and you're wondering why. Why can I not get there? You may be stuck in a home sharing, but again, there is energies of spiritual contracts that are teaching you something for you to grab your power back. I do feel a lot of what is happening is to free you, not to trap you. Okay, so just trust in the process. Some of you may be upgrading vehicle. Again, there is movement with this energy, but caution with your mind, okay, when you're thinking. Be careful. You might also be assessing what to do with these contracts and how far these contracts, marriages, partnerships can go. If you're indecisive, this is what blocks it, okay? And this is what universe is really pounding you with right now. If you had a person you loved and they were not here, you still love them, okay? The past, but you still love them. Therefore, our ego is very conditioned to this is what a partnership and contract is. Those of you who are not in communication, think that because you don't see them, they don't love you. Not real. Okay, it's not real. It's our perspective and perception of the 3D. Part of your life has chosen this path. Everything is happening for a reason. Choose your truth, okay? You know your truth. You need to live your truth, but you're undecided about what to do in these areas because there's so much going on in each domain of these contractual agreements. You also feel that it's causing you stress. And I'm going to pull one more card for you because I feel there is something more that needs to be said. You're tying these areas up, but it's really impacting you. Go through the storm. I do feel on the other side of this, you are going to have the clarity, and it's going to put you into the Queen of Swords energy. This is where you become independent and centered, right? Moving through adversity is what makes you, it breaks you, but it makes you, because nothing can break you again. We tend to look at our breaks and we think, oh my gosh, I never want to go through that again. What if that happens again? You can't break what's broken. You heal what's broken. You make peace with what's broken. It can even be your perspective of your family's connections, your childhood, you know, the belief systems you had connected to marriage, connected to contracts and what that means. Some of you are signing new leases to premises, or it could be a business you're opening. But, you know, your perspective and perception at all of these areas and what your accountability is and what energy you're entitled to in those areas is really coming up. But you have a lot of burdens on you right now. Virgo, Aquarius is your 6th house, which is work environment, habits, routine, and health. You're wanting to change everything up, okay? Universe is shaking things up, and they feel as though you guys energetically, you've either been going too hard on the treadmill, or you want to get on that thing, okay? And it's interesting because Pluto's retrograde. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Pluto's asking you, okay, in a sense, what do you need to end? What do you need to change? What can you bring back? Saturn's like, look at it. Could be you're looking at your diet with habits and routine. Okay, what your daily routine is, how you're organizing that, what would need to change to get that into a balanced sense. With your health, how you're eating, you know, is it to the point where it's affecting you and you're feeling sluggish? Do you need to change something up? Is meat not working for you? Anything to that degree. Wanting to change those energies up. What your home domain's like, what your work domain's like, how all these are affecting your health, because it's balanced. So it does feel very judgment energy. You're in that energy of needing to make big decisions about how to bring this balance back. And this can be directly affecting your connections. And yes, it can be the direct relationship you are in or tuning into, but at the same time, it's the interrelationships and taking them to get the best out of those situations. So if they're coming up for highlight for you, what you need to know, Virgo, is you do have the power in your hands. A moment of regret in reverse. Don't regret things. Learn from things. Let it go. You know, look at your work environment. You can't change yesterday, but you can change it from here on in. What do you want to do from here with the information you have? With the connections, not just relationships, connections, and with the discord that is occurring in your life, to bring the balance back to effectively help your health. Because we can turn and say, due to this, this, and this, it's this fault. But then we're stating we have no inner power. We can't change what others do, but we can change how we react to it. We can't change the environment. We can change the schedule, you know. So there are things we can still do to ease that stress on our body. It can be energetically fatiguing you. Some of the food you could become very sensitive to the food at the moment, and you might be changing your diet due to sensitivities and allergies at the moment. Again, I'm not a health practitioner, but it is coming up in your health zone, your 6th house. So if you're wanting to get things checked, go and get them checked. It would be a good time to do that. If you're wanting to look at your work environment, you know, you might be working from home, or you might be a carer or a parent. Look at the schedule of what you're dealing with and the habits and how you're interacting with each other. Might even be moving your energy around the house, clearing it so that it feels more balanced and flowing. But what you're changing right now and the subject matter and trigger points that's coming up in those areas are there to change for 2020. Any questions? Who do we do next? Libra or Scorpio? What are we doing next? Libra or Scorpio? We've got 2 left. First in, best dressed. Libra. Hello, Anthony. Cool. Shake it up. The house for Libra, what placement is Aquarius? Is your 5th house? Oh. 1 minute. 5th house. Romance, birth, children, and luck. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see what's coming through for Libra. I always love doing this. What is the energy for Libra in the 5th house? I'll put a card here to focus on that. Use your time well. No shit, Sherlock. Okay. Make every moment count. Okay. I can feel your energy. And look, I'm a Libran, so I know this. But I have a lot of Cancer placements, and my Venus house is Scorpio. So make your time count. Intuitively, you know things are changing. You know that what you're preparing for is 2020. Your foundation and everything's changing. The connections in general, romantically, is changing. There could be dynamics around children, and your luck is changing. The winds of change, okay? Let's have a look at what these changes are coming through for Libra. If you're going to tune into crap luck, you're going to get crap luck. Trust me. You guys, I would not be surprised if your thoughts are directly alchemizing into situations pretty much instantaneously. So be really careful what you're thinking. Okay. If you're trapped in your mind about scenarios when it does come to this, none of us are blocked in, okay? When it comes to your romance, what you're thinking, we choose to be in connections. We're not trapped. So we need to rephrase the storylines around connections, which the paradigms are changing. This is really what we're all going through. When it does come to your romance, you know, mentally you might feel trapped. You may be scared, but you're moving through your trigger points. You're energetically moving through these energies, but you need to use your time well. You might feel energetically blocked as to how to balance everything out, but you're going to have to keep on the ball. So if you need to take a quick cuppa and have a 5, take 5, but get back on your ball game of what you need to do. Divine timing, I'm hearing, is at play. Now, you may feel that it's all work, no play at the moment, that there's a lot going on. But some of the energies of pain body experience with you birthing a child, children, luck, you're going with the flow with the situations and trusting in destiny, okay? And some of you might get pregnant. But I do feel a lot of your plans, you know you're not stuck, you're being patient. The external might think you're stuck, but you know deep down inside, you're waiting for the divine timing. You're going with the flow with the situations, and everything that you're manifesting is what you believe universe is going to give you that you're entitled to. New businesses, finances, movement, luck. Again, look at that. You've got the Empress. Last outcome card for Libra. You're having to use a lot of masculine frequency as well to cope with some of the things that you're dealing with. Yeah, you know what to trust and what not to. You're really following your gut, and you're knowing that you need to, you know, who to invest in and who not to. You're interconnected, okay? Spiritually, if you're connected with a romantic person, you are interconnected to the person, but you know what to trust and what not to trust. But you also do know what to invest in and what not to invest in. When it comes to luck, you know that like attracts like. So if you're investing, you're investing. But you need to invest in your cup to alchemize everything that's coming through. Any questions for Libra? But don't be, try and keep your vibrations positive. If you're feeling stuck, no, you're not. Everything does happen for a reason. Some of these dynamics changing with children can be they're moving in, they're moving out. Again, it can shift and it can change, but the destiny of those areas you're working on right now, and it's alchemizing it for 2020, the age of Aquarius. Any questions? And I literally had the cards wouldn't go in and I saw Divine Union. So some of you might actually be in contact with your TF. No questions? Okay, Scorpio. Aquarius is your 4th house. Wow. Scorpio. You may be looking at your physical foundation, domestic issues, endings, parents and home. So, Do you stay or do you go? Is it a healthy environment? Isn't it? What would I need to do to change those dynamics? Do I need to put in work? Do they? What do I need to energetically leave behind in order to move forward lightly? Courage, okay? Really moving through your fair, Scorpio moon energy in your zodiac sign. So, you know, the courage really is interesting because with the Scorpion energy coming up, it's the underworld. But it's things coming out of nowhere that could affect your destiny, theoretically. But we don't know everything. We're presuming due to past tense experiences, but we make assessments energetically due to the past. So this frequency is lingering. And I do feel potentially, even though we do have the new moon in Gemini coming up, I do feel energetically the Scorpion energy will linger for a bit. Could even be 2 weeks into next month. So regardless of the fact that this video is going to be left up and people can check in with it, these will be the energies you're changing. You can look back and you can proceed forward. These energies of letting go are coming up for us for movement into alignment, moving into 2020. So there's an area of your life as per se that you are reflecting upon to change. Now, with the courage, looking at your physical foundation, do you need to move home? Do you need to make a major decision in that area? Are there domestic related situations that you need to address? What do you need to end? What is your connection with your parents? What's your belief system with your parents? Having the courage to deal with these and gain light and clarity on it, but not needing to be codependent on it to a point where you don't shift and you don't make these decisions. Some energies around you at the moment might be impacting you. So there could be a very pushy individual that you need to address. It may be that you're really wanting these things to move, but I'm feeling this is external energies and it's affecting the foundation of the home or you, okay? Again, you may be calmer at work than at home, or vice versa, or you're looking at your employment. Some of you might be working from home, so you're looking at what would need to change for that to be more balanced. It could be the home, it could be the layout, it could be the, again, you know, the schedule, so that it fits into a work-life balance. But again, there are situations that are being looked at to bring more balance in. There could be external energies that are not having your best interests at heart, that are actually speaking about you and your partner, or you and your home environment. And again, don't listen to hearsay, okay? Try to use your own intuition, but assess the 3D of the home environment. People are jealous of what you have, even though potentially you might be looking at things thinking they could be better. You don't know what way to go, but I do feel the key is, I'm going to pull another clarifier on this. I do feel the key is to have the courage to address it. I actually do feel you do know, but you haven't directly reacted. You do know what needs to change, but you're not making a decision, but that is delaying it. So that energy will linger for you. A major decision does need to be made. And I do feel a shift energetically needs to be made. There also can be issues with co-parenting. Some of you may want to be a parent, but again, you're looking at the situation. Some of you don't want to know what's coming up or what's hidden from you, or look at the reasons why. So you're really unsure if you're energetically ready to deal with some of these conflicts. Does that make sense? I do feel you know, but you're trying to, I feel right now, some of you could feel quite low, quite down, quite tired. So you're aware of the energies, but you're being tolerating it. But you do know something energetically is shifting and changing. Now, when I tuned in this morning, the one thing I can say is for a lot of us, we are having a very quick shift. Things that are needing to be pulled out from with under us are happening. Things that are being karmically received due to the fact that we have balanced energies out, but it's very fast-paced energy. You theoretically could look at it like we're in the eye of the storm. But what is coming is to balance and counteract everything for the next 2 months, okay? So all I'm hearing is we're in the eye of a storm. So anything that is asking to be shifted very quickly is to get prepared for what's coming. You will have the energy to handle these things. But I do feel there is a sharp shift with environments, the external, the internal, and the things that are blocking us. It's really not having any BS about it. These things that are moving are asking us to be very accountable right now. So be very careful. If you are wanting a booking, you can go to the link below. If I do have time tonight, which will be your AM in America, I will come back and do a separate video for twin flames. And again, I have to go back to my recordings because I have a lot of videos to do when I'm moving. Love and light, and I'll talk to you soon.